Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled the Hilchot of Lulav, the Hilchot of the Tiyomet Part 2. So we saw that the Ramah says that ideally, lechatchila mitzvah min hamuvcha, the Tiyomet, the top part of the Lulav should be totally closed. It's a little bit surprising. Most Rishonim say that only if majority of all the Tiyomets are split is there a problem. Just Rashi holds the middle part, that's called the Tiyomet. And even Rashi, it's only when it's split all the way down to the spine. So why would the Ramah say it should be totally closed? So the Mishnah says the reason is machmir is not really a conceptual reason, it's a practical reason. That right now it's only a little bit opened. But little by little time it's going to go on, it's going to open up, you won't even realize it. And therefore the Ramah says it's best for it to be totally closed. So conceptually speaking, the Ramah holds like the Rashi, that the middle one is the Tiyomet, but only when it's totally down, it's split, that's the real Nechlekat Tiyomet case. But as a practical advice, he says to do what? To go ahead and just make sure it's totally closed. The Taz says what it means is really up to a tefach, up to a few centimeters. If it's a little bit of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 centimeters, that's fine. The Chagim says, no, once the Ramah is machmir, it should be totally closed. It should be totally closed. So where does that leave us? With 5 opinions here regarding the Lulav and when it's split. Number 1, the most lenient is the majority of the Rishonim. That if the middle one is totally split, we don't care. Because it's only when all or the majority of the Tiyomets are split. Just the fact that the middle one is, who cares? It's no more severe than any other Tiyomet. That's Shulchan Aruch, passing the Rambam Rif. Then the next opinion is the Ramah, where he says that we should be machmir like Rashi and be concerned that if there's a problem with the middle Tiyomet, there's an issue here, even though all the other ones are fine. But the issue is only when it's split all the way down till the Shidra. Only then there's a problem. But if the majority is split down, that's fine, let alone if it's open a little bit. That's Shita number 2. Shita number 3 is the Gra, who says there's a concept of rubo kukula. Rubo kukula means that if the majority is a problem, then it's as if all of it's a problem. So therefore the Ramah says, the Gra says on the Ramah, that if it's split, the majority of the Tiyomet is split, then that's a problem as well. Then the 4th opinion, getting stricter as we move along, is the Taz, that says it should be closed, almost totally closed, up to a tefach, 8 centimeters, it's fine. And then you have the Chai Adam in the name of the Ramah says no, it should be totally, totally closed. And that's the range of opinions here. So you're going to find those who are machmir try to have it totally closed. To be machmir like the Chai Adam's interpretation of the Ramah. Others will say if it's a little bit open, so you have the Rataz explanation of the Ramah. And others will say, listen, according to the din, according to the Gra, as long as it's not rove majority split, it's fine, and they do that. That's the explanation of the different opinions here of the Tiyomet and how it's viewed according to those 5 different opinions and the Minhag Ashkenaz. Shalom.